All right, so at this point, you should have your introductory paragraph written with a claim. So if you remember, we go back to what I showed you on Monday. You want your hook, something to grab their attention. You want some background information, something to kind of get you into what are we dealing with. You don't want to get into really specific details here. This is kind of general stuff that you're not going to use as support and evidence later. And then your claim. And again, don't get into all of your evidence here. This is very specific to the point. And your claim, you have to have some type of sentence like this. So please listen to me. If in your introductory paragraph, you don't have some kind of sentence that is setting up where we're headed and what you're going to write about and your claim, you're not going to get argumentative claim. And please, okay, do not say or write anything that looks like I'm going to talk about, I'm going to write about in this paper. Any of those things, don't say that. Just say what you're going to say. Here's mine. Looking at the difference and similarities of these two city-states, Athens is by far the best city-state because, and then I'll put my 3 topics that I'm going to cover, whatever they are. And again, I'm not getting into all of the evidence. I'm just setting it up because now I know what my next 3 paragraphs are going to be about. Paragraph 1 is going to be about this. The second paragraph is going to be about this. The third paragraph is going to be about this. Fourth paragraph will be about this. I've set up my whole essay right there. But if you do not have some type of statement like that, then you're not going to get the cog skill of argumentative claim, okay? Because you are being scored on 3 cog skills, comparing and contrasting. I see supporting details that you know the difference between Sparta and Athens and some of their differences. Can you use information from your checkpoints? Yes, that's what they're there for. I'm not asking you to do this off the top of your head. Please, by all means, go back to your resources. Use your checkpoints. Do not copy and paste something off the internet. So help me, that will get you a 0. It's not what you need to do. Okay, use your words from your information from your resources. Use information from your Venn diagram, anything like that. You're being scored on argumentative claim. This is where you establish your claim. What am I going to write about? And then you're also being scored on a counterclaim. You must include a counterclaim. That's going to be tomorrow's video, is making sure you have that. Okay. Today, making sure you have your claim, and then your details are where you're going to get a lot of your comparing and contrasting stuff. So that's where some of that evidence is going to come in. Okay. Your support. When you make a claim, you have to support it with evidence. What reasons can you give the reader about why Athens is better than Sparta or Sparta is better than Athens? Your reasons need to be logical, meaning they need to make sense, and unbiased and accurate. So you're not really giving me opinion statements. You're talking factual, okay? So here's your prompt. This is what you're answering, and you're going to answer this in your summit draft. Athens and Sparta were both powerful city-states that dominated ancient Greece. These rivals each brought new ideas, advancements, and cultural achievements, but they were both very different. In your opinion, which was better, Athens or Sparta? Be sure to include details and evidence to support your answer. Okay. Introduction and claim, your body paragraphs, conclusion. Okay, so Ms. Colley did cats and dogs. Here's her introductory paragraph. She has a hook. She has background information. She has a claim. Although there are benefits to owning each, cats are better than dogs because they are cleaner, calmer, and more independent. There are her 3 reasons. Boom. Now look, she said they are cleaner. Second paragraph. When it comes to cleanliness, I can already tell that this paragraph is going to be all about cleanliness, period. I'm not going to talk about everything else. I am only establishing cleanliness in this paragraph. So if your first reason why Sparta is better than Athens has something to do with their government, then your first body paragraph needs to only be about government. Don't start mixing and matching things. Stay focused that each paragraph is about the same, is focused on the same topic. Okay. She then said her second reason in her claim was that they are calmer. Well, look, reason number 2. She talks about them, why they are so much calmer, and she even has evidence to back it up. Her third one, more independent. We go down to here. Now, there is a counterclaim in here, that's true, but look at the rest of it. It's all about their independence. Okay. So we'll get to counterclaim tomorrow, but all of her paragraphs directly relate right back to this claim. That's what I need from you. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Paragraph 1, your hook, get the attention. Background, what's your claim? Paragraph 2, go back to your claim. What was reason 1? State it, give me evidence. What was reason 2? State it, give me evidence. Paragraph 4, begin with your counterclaim. Okay, it says link your counterclaim to reason number 3. Some people might say, okay, that's even a good way to even start a counterclaim. Some people might say blank. However, and then you go into that and providing your evidence and details. So if your reason number 3 of why you liked Sparta was because of their treatment of women and slaves, then your counterclaim would start off with, some people might say that Athens had better treatment of slaves and that Sparta still treated their slaves poorly. However, and then off we go into your evidence and your support. Okay. So if we look at, here's my claim, and I'm going to make up some stuff here. Athens is by far the best city-state because it was prettier. Don't write that because we didn't talk about that. It was bigger, also something we didn't talk about, so don't write that. Okay, and richer, also not really something we talked about. Okay, when you're looking at your claims, think about what our topics were in our checkpoints. Okay, clue off of those. But I would go into my first background paragraph here, and I'm not going to write all of them. My first background paragraph needs to be about Athens being prettier. Okay. And I might say something like this. Okay. Notice I restated that claim. Now, and I'm not going to go into all this, now I'm going to talk about my supporting evidence that backs up this claim. All sentences in this paragraph are about being pretty. Nothing else. And I'd go to my paragraph 2. I talked about it being bigger. Okay, so I might say something like, any of the city-states competed to be the biggest, but Athens had them all beat. Boom. Now I've stated my claim for that paragraph. And then I'm going to provide all of my evidence, except all of this paragraph is going to be about being bigger, nothing else. Last paragraph is about them being richer, but I'm going to include my counterclaim here, right? So when I'm looking at my counterclaim, some people say, so I might go, and let's say I'm talking about Athens here. So I might say, some people say that Sparta is better because they treat their women better with more rights and have a stronger military. However, okay, so we're kind of then, a however or a but type statement, okay? Some people say, what do they say? But, boom, I go into, but Athens was a world leader in trade and didn't need to conquer with the military. Okay? There's my counterclaim. Done. Now I'm going to go into all of my supporting evidence for being richer, and I might have to lead into that. This made Athens much richer. See? And then I'm going to talk about all of that. This one's going to be about them being richer. And then I'm going to have a conclusion paragraph where I sum it all up. Now, again, don't use prettier, bigger, and richer. Think about what your topics were about in your checkpoints. Those are probably going to be what you need to use in your claim. Stick to this idea here of what we're looking at of how to build this essay. I'm giving you really good tips. You need to go back and look at yours, okay? You're going to do that in your argument here, in your draft. Start in your draft. This is Avery's, I think, maybe. And if I look here, okay, he's got his introductory, hook, some background. I think Athens was better because boom, boom, boom. 3 things. So he has his claim. Right? So that's what I'm looking for you as well as you're doing this.